Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Paul Staton, founder of Lighthouse for the Soul, where I shine light on people's journeys so they can see where they're going. Congratulations for spending this time on your personal growth and journey, and I hope you find it's valuable for you. In this particular video, I'm very excited to share with you about how to handle dominating people. This is an issue I found has been significant in a lot of people's lives, including mine. And I've been able to help a lot of clients be able to get over this issue about how to deal with dominating people. And this is what I'm going to do with you today. And in this video, I'm going to come and show you what I've found are the 4 pillars of strength that will enable you to be able to handle dominating people and feel more peaceful and less anxious around dominating people. So I'll start by asking these questions. Have you ever felt overpowered by people? That sometimes you feel as though they're draining you, they're criticising you, they're blaming you, and you tend to go small and you tend to feel very insignificant. And you're just not quite sure how to handle that circumstance. And quite often then you avoid those types of people because you're not quite sure how to handle it. In these circumstances, then you don't often express what you really want to say because you're scared of being judged and controlled by these dominating, often angry people. Yeah? Can you relate to this in your life? Well, I can relate to it in my life. Ever since I was a young boy, I was sort of surrounded by dominating, angry people, and for me, I found that quite challenging to know how to handle that. And I tend to sacrifice myself a lot. And I tended to not really express what I wanted to say from fear of punishment from these controlling people. And I really felt as though I was looking for acceptance from these people, which made me sad and angry because I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. So I found this very controlling situation in my life hard to handle. In 1996, I had an emergency. There was a triple whammy in my life. I had a broken love affair where I was sacrificing myself. Work wasn't being rewarding. And one of my friends was in a bad car accident. He almost died. And that sort of emergency for me was an emergency. Emerge and see. It was a chance for me to emerge from the life I was in, feeling as though I was around dominating, controlling people and not being able to know how to handle that circumstance. So from 1996, I went on a healing journey, and part of that healing journey for me was actually learning to be a healer. And when I did that, I learned a lot about energy and a lot about consciousness and awareness. And what I found out was that if you learn how to master your own energy, if you learn how to be in your own power, then you can handle circumstances in your life. And you also understand about why these circumstances are created in your life for you to learn from. And, if you do create dominating, controlling people around you, quite often can be violent or angry or quite often can be on alcohol, is usually a power game, and it's usually these controlling people are there trying to take your energy. And it's learning about how to be in your power. It's like a power game. And the best way to deal with that is learning how to be in your own energy. And I found that learning how to be in my own energy was enable me to be stronger and be able to handle dominating people. And also for my clients, I was able to help kids at school not being bullied anymore. And I'm going to give you an exercise in a minute which I've given these kids, and they don't get bullied anymore by these dominating, controlling people. I've also helped women who are disempowered and help them get into their power and know how to handle dominating men quite often in their relationships or in their work environment. So yeah, I've been not only be able to help me, but also be able to help clients around me, being able to find that strength inside of them to master their energy. So what I'm going to share with you now is what I've learnt from my experiences, from my journey, what I discovered, and what I've been able to help with clients, with women, with young kids, how to get into their power and strength by mastering their energy so they can actually handle challenging people in their life. And I'm going to summarize these into what I call the 4 pillars of strength. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to go through each of these pillars of strength to give you some tools and techniques for you to be able to handle dominating, controlling people in your life. You're looking forward to this? It could change your life. So the first pillar of strength is your power animal. So this is an exercise that I've designed. It's a very shamanic technique that helps you access your strength through focusing on being an animal which you perceive as being powerful. And I know from working with shamans in the Amazon forest, this is what they do quite often when they're doing ceremonies with plants and walking through the jungle. They be in that strength of a power animal, and therefore they don't get attacked by other animals, and they know how to protect themselves in ceremonies. So I'm going to go through an exercise with you, which I'll give clients, which I gave the kids so they don't get bullied anymore at school. So what I'd like you to do now is just to close your eyes and just to go through this visualization to find your power animal. So just after you've closed your eyes, just take a few deep breaths just to relax. And I want you to focus on an animal that you perceive is powerful, is strong. You might have more than one, but for now, just choose one. Now I want you to focus on that animal being in its natural environment. So if it's an eagle, it'd be flying. If it was a tiger, it might be in the jungle. Or if it was a whale, it'd be in the ocean. And as you focus on this animal and connect to it, I want you to focus on its characteristics. Focus on its powerful characteristics. Is it the vision of an owl, or is it just the big size of an elephant? Focus on why you like the animal being powerful, what you like about it. Now I want you to focus on being the animal yourself. And as you be the animal in its natural environment, I want you to really feel those powerful characteristics that you see in this animal. Give yourself permission to have this strength as this animal. Really feeling the energy of it. Now what I'd like you to do is to bring that energy of this animal into your stomach, below your ribs and above your hips. This is called your power chakra in terms of energy. And this is where we tend to hold our power, our strength. So now I want you to imagine the animal is inside of your stomach, the energy of it, to allow yourself to feel that strength of the animal inside of your physical body. And as you're doing this, have body awareness. How does your body feel now? And allow this energy to actually explode right through your body. So you feel the power of this animal in every cell of your body. Okay, so now I'd like you to open up your eyes. Yeah, so you enjoyed that? This is a really empowering exercise, and it's really helped a lot of my clients. And it's a bit like sport. You know, if you want to get better at something, you've got to practice. So what you've got to do is just keep practicing being this power animal, and actually, so you can do it when you really need it. It's a bit like tennis. You know, if you want to hit the ball in the corner in tennis, well, you've got to practice. So in a match, when it's required, you can do it. So if you practice being your power animal every day, having fun with it, then you can actually use it when you really need it. And I'll give an example for me personally. Like, I was walking along a river in Ecuador, and I could feel these two guys coming behind me, and because I'm quite telepathic, I picked up their thoughts. They were about to rob me. So straight away, I just went into my power animal, which is a lion. And just being a lion, I imagine there's a whole pride of lions around me. Those guys did not come anywhere near me. Why? Because they felt my energy as a lion. So go out and try this and see how it works for you. But I can tell you, it has worked for a lot of people, and it's very simple. Great exercise for kids. So if you've got kids, they love it. They can really play with it. And if your kids are scared at night to sleep, get them to be their power animal. Imagine that their room is full of their power animals so they feel comfortable to sleep and know that they're being looked after by their power animals. So this is your first pillar of strength, to be your power animal and feel it inside of your body and be able to utilise it whenever you require it in challenging circumstances around dominating people. So now let's go into the second pillar of strength, so you can handle dominating, controlling people. So your second pillar of strength, so you can handle dominating, angry people in your life, is heart. It's coming from your heart. Now, it's been proven that your heart vibrates at a lot higher level than your head. Now, most people are in their heads. We live in a very thinking, head-based society. Now, if you come from your heart, when you're interacting with these people, you're just going to be in a higher vibration, and they're not going to be able to drain your energy. Because as I said, it's a bit, when you're interacting with people and they're tending to be dominating and controlling, it's a bit of a power struggle. They're trying to take your energy. That's why they're being angry and dominating. So what you've got to do is come from the heart. So what I'd like you to do right now is just put your left hand on your heart. Just take a few deep breaths, and as you're breathing, I want you to really focus on breathing in and out of your heart. Have heart awareness. How does that feel? Yeah? Generally make people feel lighter and feel clearer. Your heart is your window to your soul, not your head, your heart. So next time you're around people, be in your heart. Focus on being on your heart. Imagine that your hand is on your heart. I mean, it might look a bit funny if you've got your hand on your heart interacting with people, but you can visualize and imagine your hand is on your heart. And again, like the power animal, practice it. Practice being in your heart every day. Practice when you're by yourself, being in your heart. Breathing in and out of your heart can just be for a few moments and really feel and have heart awareness. I know that working with people, and I've done this in classes, it's changed people's energy straight away when they're interacting with people, when they're in their heart. Yeah? So come from your heart. Number 2, pillars of strength. So what's going to be number 3 to help you handle dominating, angry people? Your third pillar of strength is acknowledgement. What I mean by this is what we tend to do quite often with being around angry, dominating people, and when we feel we're affected by them, we quite often resist them. You know, we quite often be defensive and try and justify our position, or sometimes we argue with them. My suggestion is don't resist them. It's actually because quite often when people are angry, dominating, they're coming from an entity inside of them, and they're actually not really being sane. They're really being insane. You can't really argue with an angry, dominating person. I'm sure you found that in your life. So rather what you do is you acknowledge the experience and say, okay, I feel you're being angry at the moment, and you acknowledge it. Now, you can say that verbally, or you could just actually acknowledge it inside of you and just say, oh yeah, I feel that this person's being angry at the moment. And in a way, it's been grateful because it's going to help you to learn how to be in your power. So rather than resisting it, acknowledge what's happening so you're not resisting it. It's being in the moment. You know the famous book, The Power of Now? Be present with it. Don't resist it. It's actually about be present and say, okay, this is what I'm experiencing right now. I feel this angry, dominating energy. And just acknowledge it, but at the same time, you're going to be in your heart. You're going to be in your power, in your power animal, in your power chakra. And you're going to be able to just be able to transcend it without actually having to resist it. Yeah? You probably created this in your life to learn how to be in your own power. Because, you know, I believe that we do create experiences to learn from. So if you keep having dominating, angry people around you, like I did in my life, it's around learning to be in your power. And I know that for me, going through that experience, it's actually enabled me to help a lot of people, like kids at school and disempowered women and people in work environments with very dominating, angry bosses. Yeah? So acknowledge and be grateful for the experience without resisting it. The power of now. Be in the moment. Feel and acknowledge the experience you're having without resisting it. Acknowledge it. Yeah? Okay, you're being angry right now. That's okay. Yeah? But don't react and judge them or tell them off or whatever. Because in that way, if you resist them, you're feeding your energy. What you resist, you give energy to. So let's now move on to the fourth pillar, fourth and last pillar of strength, to enable you to handle dominating, angry people. The fourth pillar of strength, so you can handle dominating people, is see their essence. What I mean by this is that if you actually see through their dominating angry energy, and you see their golden spirit inside of them, the essence of who they are, it'll help stabilize your connection with that person. Now, I help healers do this a lot, and enables them, when they quite often might have challenging circumstances with clients who are going through particular issues in their life, that's why they're going to a healer, is by not only just seeing the stuff the person is bringing to them, but see where that person really wants to go, who they really want to be. Like bring the light of consciousness to them by really connecting to their spirit. So that's what I do. When I'm around an angry, controlling person, I'll look deep inside of them, see their soul, and actually really acknowledge what's really beautiful about them. We are all beautiful souls. It's just some of us are wounded. And being angry and dominating is one type of wound which is quite prevalent in the world at the moment. So it's actually about seeing through their game. You acknowledge the game, as he said in point 3, acknowledge the anger, but also at the same time connect to the essence. And you'll see by using these 4 pillars at the same time, it's going to totally change the way that you interact with people. It's going to help you to master your energy so that you'll be able to handle people, right? You be in your power animal, your strength. You really connect to your heart with that person. You acknowledge what you're seeing and feeling, possibly verbally. You also acknowledge and see the essence. These 4 techniques in mastering your energy are very prevailing and strong to be able to help you handle dominating, controlling people. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go away and try these. Share down below this video any successes you have. I'd love to hear them. Now, if you've really enjoyed this video and feel it's been of value to you, share it with your friends on Facebook or just post in the video through an email. The more people that we can have in their power, being able to handle dominating, angry people, the more beautiful people that we're going to have in the world. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'll leave you with my 3 main philosophies in life. Know who you are, be who you are, and share yourself with the world. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. I really appreciate the time you shared with me today, and look forward to helping you shine light on your journey in the future. Paul Staton saying bye for now.